Moi University main campus in Uasin Gishu County. Business is booming, including illegal ones. Drugs such as marijuana, miraa, alcohol and illicit brew are not only available but also made cheap by peddlers who are students and outsiders, and the customers are students as well.
Hiyo ni pesa ngapi?
This is 50 shillings Kenyan money.
50 shillings.
Yeah.
Here there is ready market and the drugs are sold on a willing buyer willing seller basis. A roll of bang goes for as low as 50 Kenyan shillings. It is the 9th year Collins Kiprotich welcomes in this institution. He is well known to people here, not as a student but as a part of statistics of graduates who are still in this institution despite attaining their bachelor's degree and a self-confessed addict.
You want arrest bangi moja medicine ever. You won't arrest him for that.
Collins has plenty of friends he drinks with, but he's the only one who agreed to talk to us. Collins has been using drugs for 10 years, a journey started in his final year in secondary school.
Kwa high school tulikuwa tuna sneak pocket money zilikuwa pale. Ndio unanunua quarter na unakuja kunywa kabla uende prep ulale.
He was barely 17 years old at this time, and when he joined Moi University in 2013, he seemed to have found even more happiness and pleasure because of the freedom that comes with being in an institution of higher learning.
Nilianza kunywa pombe. Then after hapo nikaingia campus, I met marijuana. Nikapatana na mabeshte, nikaanza kukunywa. My first drug was alcohol. And then after some time, we started smoking marijuana.
After mastering the tricks, he joined this booming business.
Nilifika point nilikuwa peddler. Just to sustain my standards.
One that made him popular among the students and obviously earned him good profit, but often got him into trouble with the law enforcement.
I've been caught up several times by the police because of smoking marijuana. Caught up almost 50 times for smoking marijuana.
At 27 years of age, he has explored many drugs, marijuana being his favorite till now. It got better for him at that time, but it definitely came with a price. Collins was to graduate in the year 2018 but did not make it.
My lot to graduate mbele yangu because hizo time siko na attending classes zote na my lecturer akaona jamani joke because when they used to call me to come to class but I didn't, sikuwa na kujanga. I used to stay back, sema chato nivute bangi moja ni relax, it will be okay with me. So I had to lay off everything for whole semester because nilikuwa semester moja inanisumbua. So what I did, I had to lay off everything, lay off friends, nikasahau bar for a whole semester, na nilikuwa serious na class.
But that was just for a while before he fully embarked on them, and to our surprise, he reaches for his pocket and gets us a roll of bang. Now he smokes to an extent he loses count.
So hiyo unatumia ngapi like in a day?
I can't count. Kitokea, nikifeel tu when I'm tired na kazi kinilemea naenda kusmoke na nafanya kazi.
And some already learned their lessons at an early stage.
I smoked bang in 2001. 5 years. I was in nursery. And we used to sneak into our friend's home, pick the parts of the cigarette. Na bang ilikuwa imepandwa kwa estate up around the fence. So we used to do things that their parents used to do.
Lessons that keep them away from the world of drugs.
The only thing that makes me not to do drugs is my mom. I hate seeing her crying.
Most of Collins' friends and former classmates are still here. A number of them are dropouts. For Collins, he only came to school because of the pressure around him, and employment is not one of his dreams.
So there's pressure most on me because they won't recognize you without a degree. They will say that that's a loser. Yeah. My dream was becoming a journalist. I have the degree, but I don't want that job.
Why?
I hate wake-up calls.
For some graduates, opting to stay in this institution has opened doors for business opportunities that help them generate income.
The time nilikuwa obsessed na nataka kwa bank and all that, but ikafika place ina point ya ni work kutoka 8 to 5, and for 5 years niko the same salary, and I can employ myself na within that year naweza grow whatever I'm earning exponentially.
According to Dr. Oriashas Musembi, a gerontologist at Aga Khan Hospital, drug addiction is a psychological state that needs urgent treatment.
WHO defines them as the psychoactive substance abuse. Although we refer to them as drug addiction, that actually is those. Psycho means psychological, active is the way the person behaves, and then how they influence the person's behavior.
1 out of 10 students in this campus is on drugs. The life of William Oduk is about living for the next high. In terms of achievements, he has very little to say about the last 5 years since he joined this institution in September 2016.
An ambitious boy, focused boy, but then their pain was gone. The rain started meeting, and the rain was on drugs.
And has no one to blame for his present condition but himself.
Due to curiosity, I wanted to explore the world of drugs and know how about how inaendeleanga, how it goes, venye watu hufanya. Afterwards, mazee, sikujua ingekuwa wazi.
In desperation to get high, he squandered his school fees amounting to 50,000 Kenyan shillings on alcohol and drugs.
Sasa mazee nikasema, hii 50 lazima tu nitailipa. Sasa ikafika one day, penye 1 week to exam. Mazee sioni dalili. Sasa frustration ikaingia. Hapo ndo sasa nikasema, sasa niko na stress, na kuna pombe, na sasa wanauza kwa baeza, mimi nani?
Just to experience the short period of intense pleasure and could not sit for his end semester examination. His education was doomed, at least until now.
Tuseme ina bei ningekunywa kutukaa chupa moja hivi, bila a cigarette, then I call it a day. Nikaona wazee inaanza kunai sana. Kaendelea tu hivyo. Hadi kafika point fulani, nikaanza kunipeleka mbio sana. Nikaacha kwa 10 classes. Mimi niko school of engineering. Sasa niko tajiri due to drugs. Lakini si mimi stock 17 tunafaa kufuatilia. Put a question mark why.
It didn't take long for him to become a full-blown addict. From his first sip of alcohol, he felt the urge for a similar sip.
Mimi na wake up pale morning, nasema si niko na class. Na ukiangalia hapo chini wazee unapata uko na kachupa fulani pale, na kafigi zingine hapo hivyo paketi moja. Unasikizia kwanza, unasema acha nisikizie sigara moja. Ukishasikizia hiyo tena unachukua kichupa yako. Unadai usikizie tena. Unaanza unasikizia ili wazee zinaanza kunais. Unasema please when is a new class nitakamia.
He gets contentment and physical relaxation, but as soon as the drugs start wearing off, he feels irritable and restless and craves for the same high.
By the time unafika jioni, nime black out, unaona. So ikafika point fulani wazee ikakuwa sana. Hadi kuna time fulani nimeenda class, nimeenda lecture class. Nakumbuka ilikuwa Dr. Mai. Akaniuliza mazee, why are you red eyed? Kwanza nikasmile because hiyo time nilikuwa nimesmoke bang. Hiyo time nilikuwa nasikizia vela fit sana. Kwanza nikasmile tu na hiyo fit. Kaniambia tu, young boy, at least ungesmoke after class. Nikaendelea tu smile. Sijui nikanifanya kaamua kutoka hiyo class.
Some become petty thieves to finance their habits.
Mimi madri natumianga ni vela. Okay, we call it malijeni. Tuko na lika, sidi, tuko na siga, tuko na mwoka, tuko na pills, tuko na chaves, tuko na wanga. Natumia madri ngapi? 7. But saizi nimepunguza. Na hivi nakunywa pombe, navuta bangi, navuta sigara. Pesa napata, baadhi mimi na hustle, si ndio? Naweza pata hata mimi na broke. Naweza broke nipata hata 1500 now. Jioni ikifika niko na smoke. Nimekula kitu ka 50. Hizo zote zinaenda kwa madre. Smoke, kukunywa, mabeshti nao pia wale.
The issue of substance abuse affects not only the person, but even the people around them, including maybe parents, including friends, including the nation in this way. One, it will affect you in your, for example, your performance in school, for example. It will affect you in the way you relate with your brothers and sisters. And then at the end of the day, if a student fails in the academics, what have we had in the nation? It's a failed people, youths that cannot work. If you look at people in the coastal street, for example, coastal region, some of them do not work, and so they end up stealing from their parents. They end up looking for a way to get money to buy those drugs. So in essence, any drug use or abuse, eventually it will affect the whole nation and even the world at large.
Currently, William is in school, not to study but to drink and have fun with friends. He stopped attending lectures.
Acha kwanza ni advice mafresha. Mafresha unajua wanakuanga tu na curiosity nyingi sana. Drugs si kitu fit. Economically, health-wise, socially, just as in iko tu na negative impacts at the end of the day. Time wazai walijua mimi natumia madre, wali cut off that hand. That financial hand. They as in wali cut off kabisa. Wakasema ai, si mimi naweza call mtaani nichapiane mazi. John aje. I'm doing bad. Si ufanye kitu emsapeni. Ambia sasa mimi pesa yangu nafikiria ni ya kulewa.
You would rather not start than to start and wait for treatment, because treatment takes a longer time before we get you back to normal living. It will take a long time. Why is it important not to start? Because by the time you're treated, you will have lost a big chunk of your life. Maybe your spouse could have left you or would have left you, or maybe your parents have given up on you, or maybe you've not even finished your degree, or you've not even finished your college. So you don't have a degree, you don't have education, or maybe you are fired from work. So that means by the time you are treated, we've seen testimonies of people when by the time they were through with the treatment and free from the substances, there is no more jobs for them.
Once upon a time, they had a dream of becoming one of the great people in the society.
I had passion for journalism actually, because every day I used to look at the TV, say I want to be that guy.
But that was just then. Maybe, just maybe, things will turn for the better and the dream that is almost shattered will become a reality. Rahaba Dhiambo, Weekend Edition.